Hey everybody, it's Steve. Today I just want to make this really quick video about Apple Watch hatred. I've seen a lot of places online, different forums, YouTube videos, where people, they just bring up the most, to me, ridiculous points about the Apple Watch in order just to really bash it. Now, there's also a lot of, people out there, making good videos, bringing up legitimate criticism about this watch. Because no, the watch isn't perfect, and there are certain things about it that aren't really that great, and a couple things that just honestly suck. Like every other product has their good and the bad points. But let's, touch upon, for me anyways, some of the points that I think are kind of ridiculous to bring up as an argument against this watch. So the first has to be price. Whereas, there's just too many people out there saying, oh, the watch, it cost too much money. No, it doesn't cost too much money, okay? If you can afford it and you want it, you'll buy it. If you can afford it and you don't want it, don't buy it, okay? But it's pretty much like any product, some people can afford it, some people can't. That's the bottom line. But to keep bringing up that it's too expensive, I don't know. Too expensive compared to what? If you want a smartwatch and you can't afford the Apple Watch, then you can go get a Pebble or something. It's pretty much it. So stop harping on that point, because it just doesn't make any sense to keep saying that. There's plenty of smartwatches out there to fit every budget. Okay. Number two for me has to be third-party watch faces. A lot of people have been complaining, oh, it doesn't offer, third-party watch faces. You're limited to Apple Watches. Hang on a second. Let me just put my password in. All right. For me, anyway, is Apple did an extremely good job with the watch faces they offer. They look really good. They offer a lot of, flexibility and customization as far as complications go. And I really like them. And let me tell you, I also have a Galaxy Gear watch. And I can tell you from owning that watch and from people who have Android Wear watches that I'm friends with, is third-party watch faces are so overrated. So many of them, just really don't look good once you get them on the watch. Or there's problems when you do get the watch face on that it will either drain the battery fast, or it doesn't work well with the watch's internal software and it won't keep accurate time, or it'll, start stalling or skipping or cause the watch to crash. So the whole third-party watch face thing, is so overrated. As a matter of fact, on my Galaxy Gear, there are hundreds of watch faces. I can't even count how many. Out of all those, there was only one that was any good, and I made a video about it, so if you want to check that out. But third-party watch faces are really, really, really overrated, and I'm glad Apple doesn't offer them. And I think if they ever do decide to offer them on the Apple Watch, they're going to be a lot more careful on how they approach it, where they're going to have a lot more control over what the developers can do, so you don't have those problems with, watch faces that don't fit accurately, or don't keep accurate time, or drain the battery, So third-party watch faces, just they're not all they're so overrated, and you're not missing anything. Okay. Lastly, has to be when people say the watch is going to be obsolete very quickly. The people mainly saying that are coming from, the Android Wear world, the Tizen, Gear watch world, and they really don't understand and know how Apple works. First, I can pretty much guarantee you will not see a new Apple Watch out for probably, I'd say, a good 2 years minimum until they put the new one out. And even when they do put the new one out, they're going to continue to keep supporting this with new software updates, with new apps coming out all the time. Give you an example. With my Galaxy Gear, when I first got that, it was on Android, the Android operating system. Then Samsung upgraded to Tizen and they pushed that update out. And, we were all excited thinking, getting the Tizen operating system, yeah, we're going to get, new app selections and it's going to be great. Well, it turned out not to be the case. That, a lot of the apps that, are still coming out are just really garbage. They're just, third and fourth rate apps, nothing really good. As a matter of fact, if you look at like Android Wear and, the Tizen watches, the Gear S, there's not even a Starbucks app available. You have to go through some like third-party coffee mate coffee wear time app or something like that. That's just ridiculous. Here you have the Apple Watch, which is just out, what, a little over a month, and it has the official Starbucks app, okay? It has an official Instagram app. It has an official Trivia Crack app. It's not relying on all these little third-party apps to get the job done. So, Apple offers a level of support in software and app development that nobody else can touch. And as a matter of fact, the people who are really fans of, the Android Wear and the Tizen watches, from Samsung, should really, be thankful for Apple, and what they offer and are offering, because this is going to be the watch that, is going to help you guys out, because the other manufacturers are going to see what Apple's doing, and they're going to try to emulate that. So eventually you might have your own native, Starbucks app and, Instagram app and other really good apps. And, might start getting software updates, like this guy does. So, like I said, just to recap, the costing. Don't keep bringing that up that it's too expensive, because if you can't afford it, don't get it, all right? End the story, You're not going to see me, making videos, going to the Mercedes dealership saying, hey, the Mercedes S550 is too expensive. I can go buy, a Hyundai Genesis for half the price. No, it's a ridiculous argument, You can afford it, get it. If you can't afford it, don't get it. If you don't think it's worth it, don't get it, whatever. Third party, watch faces, believe me, start looking into it for yourself. You'll see most of them are junk and they don't work well and they don't even look that good. Apps and support, this thing going obsolete, no. Now, if you're an Android Wear person or a Tizen, watch owner, yeah, you're kind of familiar with stuff going obsolete, but it's not happening with the Apple Watch. So anyway, that's pretty much it. If you, disagree with what I said or, whatever, drop me a note. Other than that, thank you for watching, and I will talk with you later.